But then something catches fire and some big boss runs in and starts telling people what to do, right? Cindy, jump on this, right? Bob, do this. And boom, we went right back to what we used to do before, even though we had all agreed that that didn't serve us, right? But when the pressure's on, it's just the most natural thing to do is to fall back on what we always did. And so I think that makes it that much harder to get the most out of these, better ways of working, is that the old ways are so baked in. And like I say, human beings, we're messy. We're not so rational all the time. Also, I think organizations are these very complex systems. And there's a lot of forces at play that lead people to engage in behaviors that really are not optimal for the overall system, right? Like if we really want to optimize for, we're going to create an environment where the best and the brightest come and they thrive and they build great things. There's all sorts of behaviors that are counter to that. Lots of organizations, either knowingly or unknowingly, are incenting. Right. And so these forces at play that lead people to make choices that are optimal for them, given the pressures that are being applied to them, but are not optimal for the big picture. Like that happens all the time. And so I think those are some of the reasons.
And let me dig on the best and the brightest, because that one hits home, I think. In my LinkedIn stalking, you posted about meritocracy and you said it's a dangerous myth.
Yeah.
Give me a breakdown. Like, is there a deeper lesson for people that are leading teams or companies and the systems that you were talking about that companies are?
Yeah. So, I mean, meritocracy sounds great. People who do great things, right? Those are the people who will succeed here. And those are the ones who get promoted. And it's just all based on, what you do. It sounds great. But it actually leads to this culture of internal competition where people are optimizing for making themselves look good, not necessarily optimizing for achieving the company's goals or the team's goals or that. And it's definitely not a recipe for teamwork and collaboration. So in a space where, say, really bright individuals can do everything that needs to happen in order for success to happen, whatever success is, okay, great. Meritocracy, that sounds great. But if we're doing really complex work where we need people to work together, meritocracy can create this honestly toxic environment where people are competing and making sure they look good. And by the way, making sure that other people don't look good, right? And so that's kind of what's going on there. What was it that I heard once? If you create a culture where you reward the heroes that put out the fires, you will breed a culture of secret arsonists.
I think I weirdly heard that, but yes, that hit.
And so, I think what we want to create is environments where the group of people necessary to accomplish the greater goal are aligned on accomplishing that goal. Right. So it's not so much about, well, what's my work? It's more about like, together, when are we going to get this thing across the finish line? And that takes some nuance and subtlety to kind of create an environment where that's really what is incented and rewarded.
That's a great call. And I hope people that are listening, that does take some time to sit and absorb and what that actually means, because my autopilot is, I want to be better. Now, I don't want to say my autopilot is, let me make you over there look bad, but that is something that ends up happening where you saw that Cindy didn't kind of get that report in on time. Hey, mine was in